The conflict between these two prominent players in the agriculture sector has led to decrease in milk production, meat production and by extension an increase in the price of cattle.
When you ranch, you get beef, you get milk, fresh milk, which is non-existent in most states in Nigeria. We don't have fresh milk in Benue State. Maybe Kano has fresh milk, maybe Lagos. Many of the states don't have fresh milk. Why? Because we don't ranch. You go to countries where you ranch, fresh milk is everywhere. Our children are already stunted. 30% of the kids in Benue State are stunted. Over 50% are stunted in the north and in the northeast.
Still in Benue State, Abagana IDP camp further emphasizes the unfortunate picture which has been created by the herdsmen attack in the state. 4,000 indigents take refuge here since the attacks in their homes by herdsmen. The population keeps increasing as about 180 births have been recorded in 8 camps across the state.
Imagine the number that is here, and a woman is delivered to a child in this vicinity. You know what the future of this child will be. You know what it is health-wise for this child.
The story of agricultural production in Nigeria is not all negative. A study conducted by the National Agricultural Extension and Research License Services in partnership with the Ministry of Agriculture at the federal and state levels has shown that Nigeria actually recorded an increase in crop production and land cultivation in 2017. The study, the 2017 Wet Season Agricultural Performance Survey, shows that crop production last year was above the 2016 production records, although harvests were lower than global and African averages for all the subsectors. The report showed an 11.96% increase in maize production, from almost 11,000 tons in 2016 to over 12,000 tons in 2017. It also showed a 14.7% increase in the production of rice in 2017, rising to 8.02 million tons, while sorghum witnessed a 4.4% increase with a yield of 1.3 tons per hectare. Cowpea, soybean and cassava increased by 6.1%, 11.4% and 7.7% respectively. One of the observations from the data release is the need for investment in automated food processing and storage, because almost half of the tomato produce is wasted and mostly the challenge is funding.
The nation committed herself to, 10% budgetary allocation annually. But this has not been. For over 5 years now, Nigeria has not done beyond 2%, 0.9%, 1.4, 1.6, 1.7. How can we really come out of, poverty in this? And agriculture is a sector that can quicken the economy, fast-track the economy. Now, some of the things that we want to see is that we want to see that investments go directly to farmers.
Banks are giving out agricultural loans at double digits. It can't work. There is no such venture that can run profitably. Because the agricultural sector is one that's intense and that's hands-on, and you just have to give it that time for it to mature. There is a gestation period in agriculture. I mean, imagine yourself starting a cocoa plantation today. The first income, real income that you'll probably see can't be earlier than 4 years, and that's given the improved variety of cocoa, which starts fruiting at 2.5 years. Do the banks take this into cognizance? No. The best you'll probably get as moratorium is between 6 to 12 months. The banks are giving out loans at double digits. There is no venture in agric today that can support that. The closest you have to anything reasonable is the CBN supported facility, again routed through commercial banks. You get offers at 9%, and then everybody by 12 months max starts breaking your door down, by which time you probably just have finished clearing your massive expanse of land and have probably just prepared the land, meaning you have probably just started planting. You have 2.5 years, like I said, for crops like cocoa, like oil palm. So when do you start breaking even? When do you start making enough income for you to start paying back, the facility? In all of this, you still have maintenance costs to bear. So the quick wins that you have are probably in terms of poultry, in terms of fishery, but again, you can only do so much of those. We still have a large gap, yes, when it comes to supply. But you also have to realize that your target market, they have dwindling income. So they may not place that much premium or priority on those produce that they see as luxurious.
Issues like this is one of the core of Bank of Agriculture, a development finance institution owned by the federal government with authorized share capital of 50 billion naira, an amount which seems insufficient for the responsibilities cut out for it.
Well, the Bank of Agriculture also needs to be adequately funded. If it is funded, it will take up its responsibilities in that regard. But until then, it's almost like a stalemate. So, I mean, for the serious-minded, either government or businesses, they approach commercial banks for the CAX facility. But like I told you, it's at 9%.